They hung up. Boy, that Kingpin picking up. Yes, I'm here to address all information in these situations, except all flowers. Whatever it is, good or bad, call into the radio show and tell me. 919-899-9305. Because I do be on tour a lot and traveling. And what people like to do is talk behind people's backs. And I try to alleviate that. You know what I'm saying? Show me you're a real one. Say whatever you got to say, good or bad, to my ear. Or to my face. Because I'll be here for like the next 45 minutes, whatever. Come sit down with me. I got a couple artists that was here at the show and event. Hey, yo, they calling back. Now, I ain't gonna keep playing phone tag with this now. Y'all ain't gonna keep doing this now. So whoever calling, y'all better have something to say now, because this is my last time picking up for this person. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's your boy Kingpin locking all the way in, man. Who do I got on the phone with me right now?
What's up? We want to know, how did Venom steal from you?
Who this is?
It don't matter. What's up? What's this?
She said, "Who? It do matter. I want to know who calling in on the phone."
Because you were ghetto. Your dancers were trash.
Ooh.
You had niggas selling crack outside the club. Nigga, what are we talking about? Nobody told you, nigga.
Ooh, you said that's what I wanted to wait for. I wanted that right there. Oh, yes.
Yeah, tomato. What are we talking about?
Tomato. Ooh, I love it, man. Give it to me. So what did you say? Start over again now. You said start over again because I couldn't hear everything you were saying. Because it sounded like you in the trap house too.
You were rude.
I'm rude.
For one.
I'm rude.
You were rude.
Yes, me.
You were rude.
Okay.
You cussed our bottle girl out.
I cussed y'all bottle girl out, so that means you work at the club. Okay, so I had to figure that out first of all. So how was I rude?
That's cool. That's fine.
I said
trash.
My dancers were trash. Okay.
You had dancers and didn't even have ones. Who throws a party and don't have ones for their dancers?
I don't know. That was my first time doing that. I had some ones. They took them all out. They bought more than I thought they was gonna buy.
You Kingpin, but you don't got one.
You're right. I should have had that. You're right. I should have had more. I should have had a lot. I didn't expect people to come out in the hundreds like that. I didn't expect people to really tap into that level like that. I didn't really expect the crowd to come out and want the exotic dancers like that. I didn't expect to have so many people show up and support me in that capacity where I would have had to needed $2,000 and $3,000 worth of ones because of the need, the desire, the demand was there. You know what I'm saying? I should have had more of that. You're right. And I am so. Listen.
Why would you have so many dancers at one party?
Let me tell you why I did that.
This isn't an after hour.
Let me tell you what it is. The reason why there were so many dancers was because a lot of girls come with their friends, okay? And I didn't know who was really going to show up. So I invited more dancers out there than probably was I needed, because if you invite 2 people, no one is going to show up. So if you invite 30 dancers, 6 of them show up. So it's a numbers game. So that's what I'm talking about, is numbers games. Now, as far as you addressing me and saying that I was rude, I do understand. A lot of people cannot take my personality, and a lot of people don't understand I'm very short, and I'm very like, hey, I'm busy.
No. Let's be 100.
So,
if we're going to keep it 100, let's be 100.
You're not keeping it 100. You keeping it in the 60 percentile because you're not telling me who you was from the beginning. You didn't tell me who you were from the beginning, so you're not keeping it 100. You're keeping it in the 30s. So what was it?
You were rude to everybody last night.
So how was I rude to you?
Now you know you're wrong, so you're yelling.
How was I? No, I'm not yet. No.
I'll let you talk. Let me talk, nigga.
You didn't talk.
Let me talk.
No.
Okay, we had motherfuckers in.
Hey, stop cursing. Hey, you can't curse on the radio. Now you being rude.
Okay, I can't cuss.
You should have known that.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna cuss.
I do want to talk. Let's talk though. Let's talk.
It was people walking around the club talking about, I paid X amount of money to this nigga Kingpin. He owe me money. I need my money.
X amount of dollars. How much was the X amount of dollars you heard though?
For you,
yes.
Saying that you owe them money.
Yes. How could I owe someone money in what capacity? Like, as in, like, I didn't give them their bottle,
or? I
can
tell you who the nigga was. Light-skinned nigga with a chain that said the woo was walking around the club all night last night saying you owe him money.
Who was it again?
A light-skinned nigga with a chain that said the woo. Light-skinned with wigs. What are we talking about? He was walking around cussing everybody out in the club saying that you was playing with his money.
Oh, no. Let me talk about that. Okay. Now, I did take issue with that because I do want to address it. I know that a lot of people don't know that in the club world, when you are buying ones, people will give you $100, and then in return, you might get 85, you might get 90, you might get 95. There is a service charge for people that are buying ones. Some people count them, some people don't. That's why I don't tip dancers. I wouldn't even know. But that is a thing that goes because I don't go to strip clubs. I don't go there. I don't go to strip clubs to tip dancers.
Why do you have strippers at stripper events?
Because let me tell
you, did not need strippers.
Let me tell you this.
It was a successful event.
Let me just say,
no, I don't listen.
But it
did not need strippers.
Let me just tell you this. I want to cater to everybody's crowd. So if there's a lot of people who, as your club said, these are my people, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to cater to my people. My people like exotic dancers. My people like to perform and see girls and people, you know, having fun. My people want to throw away some ones sometimes like that. So I brought the entertainment there because I don't necessarily like jazz music, but I'm not going to discriminate against a jazz artist and say you can't come perform my show because I don't like jazz music. I'm here to cater to the crowd. The crowd likes exotic entertainment, and yes, you're right. It was a nice amount of exotic dancers there because I wanted to employ people and get some money. I wanted people to go home to their kids with a bag. I wanted to make people come out there and leave with money that they didn't have in their pockets. So yes, I'm giving the opportunity as a black-owned business for independent.
But if you're gonna bring strippers, why couldn't you at least bring bitches that were bad?
Can you stop? Can you stop with the cursing? Okay. Let me just say this. I'm not in control of that. When people send me videos of them dancing, what people in Raleigh really care about is their body types in the most aspect and their faces.
The bitches' bodies were
hey,
trash.
can you stop?
Hey,
Hey, come on now. Can you stop cursing? Because we trying to have a conversation, man. Come on. You talking about me yelling. You're excited. I'm excited. You're representing the club. I'm representing my business. Okay. So let me talk. I'm gonna talk to you. I respect you. I was over talking to you. So now I'm just trying to give you some information. But yes, you're right. I could have had a different level of premium exotic dancers, but like you said, the girls that came were the girls that came. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the guys sometimes may feel uncomfortable approaching a super bad chick that looked like she had her body done. So they might not want to spend their money with that because they might not have like $400 to spend on that one girl. But this guy might feel comfortable with this girl who looks average or bad. And that's your perception. Every black woman, every woman is beautiful in my aspect. So
when you go to the strip club, every stripper ain't gonna be bad.
Listen. Man. This is a trap star event. So when you go to these places and stuff like that, we're not trying to, they're not, whatever they're doing. First of all, I'm going to say whatever a woman's body type is beautiful, whether you black, white, Spanish, Latino, African American, or African. So I'm not going to body shame a woman because she has stretch marks and had kids. I'm not going to body shame a woman because what her mother gave her. Every woman at that party was beautiful in their own aspect, and that is your personal opinion, and I respect it. And I respect it. So for you to try, as a woman, for you to try to degrade another woman because she wasn't your type, that's a situation that you need to handle internally.
These is what the crowd is saying.
No, we're talking about what you're talking about. We're not talking about what
people had ones and weren't throwing them.
Okay.
People had ones and weren't throwing them because of what you brought to the party.
And I respect that. I will talk to the girl who I employed to get the dancers about that, and I appreciate your information. But so what I did want to talk about is while we're here, okay? Now you work at the club obviously because I could tell you're at work.
I don't. My homegirl works at the club. I don't work at the club. My homegirl does.
Good way to cover it up. God bless you. Quick on your feet.
And I was there.
Okay, so you had a great time, did yes or no? Besides the exotic,
No, it was terrible. It was ghetto as fuck.
It's called Trap Star Thursday. What do you expect? The dang lingerie, a VIP bachelor party?
After our crowd to Fayetteville Street.
I bought the people in Raleigh. I bought people of Raleigh. I bought people of Raleigh.
You should have kept that on NBA. Fayetteville Street is hot.
People want to party all over.
All type of crazy stuff after the party.
You know what?
Like, what are we talking about?
What event that you do know or don't know that does not have situations that happen, good or bad? So what I do want to talk about, okay, since you are here calling in and asking questions, I do want to ask a question to you. So you said that you didn't have a good time because you didn't spend. How much money you spend on them exotic dancers? How much did you pay to get in? Did you pay to get in? Did you pay? You paid to get in?
I did.
Okay, you paid.
I paid $20.
So if you was not happy, then why didn't you ask me for your money back that you spent?
Because it's up and down with nightlife stuff. That happens. If I go.
But you called into my show. You took the time to call into my show.
You made a flyer saying exposing Venom for allegedly stealing.
Yes, they did allegedly. They did. No, it's not allegedly. They did steal from me. They did take money.
Why did they steal from you?
Let me tell you how they take it since we here with it now, okay? Because since you're so invested in the club and my business and my tea that you want your lips on the cup, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this hot tea on your lips, okay?
Yeah.
So as everybody was hey, hot tea, hit the record button for me, hit the vlog, okay? Because we gonna get into it real quick, you know what I'm saying, and get to the nitty gritty. We gonna get to the nitty gritty. Keep it still, cause you be all over the place with all that. Pull your phone out, Ayo. Get right. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna, matter of fact, here you go right here. We gonna get to that, boy. Let me get everything right because we want to make sure it's where we wanted to be at. There you go. What's up? What's up? It's your boy Kingpin locking all the way in, man. I told y'all we gonna be having a press release conference today on the radio show. You know, we got somebody calling in. They asking questions about, why I made a post about, Venom nightclub, me exposing them for allegedly stealing money from me. Okay, so we'll get to it right now. All right. So I made a deal with the club that all the booths were to be for me. You know what I'm saying? All the booths were for me. Are you privy to that information? Do you know that, ma'am? Are you there? Or you got me on speaker? Are you still talking? What we doing?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, did you know that all the booths at the club was for me?
I do know that you said it was sold out and it wasn't.
What? Yes, it was. That was enough capacity.
It was not.
That
it
was
not.
That was a capacity that was there. Did you have a ticket counter?
You're talking about capacity. We're talking about booths. Only 5 bottles went out last night.
Everybody that buys a booth doesn't get a bottle, and everybody that you.
Since when? Do you work at a club?
Yes.
Who buys a booth and don't get a bottle?
Several people buy booths and don't get bottles because they don't drink. People don't drink. People don't want to buy a bottle that's $300 or $250. They want to sit and not stand up. You know what I'm saying? So they will buy a booth.
Only 180 last night for one.
No,
with
first,
tax, 215.
216.
215 with
No,
tax.
it's 216 if you can do your math because it's a 20% gratuity.
Oh, sorry, $1.
Yes.
I'm $1 off.
Hey,
185, 20% gratuity, 216.
no, it's 188 with a 20% gratuity, which brings the total to 200. Exactly.
216 on the dot.
Okay, correct. So when someone sells a booth, the person who throws the event gets the booth money that's left over from that. So I made a deal with the club.
Hold on, before you move forward, when people came to the door to check into their booth, did they pay you or did they pay the club for the booth?
They paid me for the booth, yeah.
Okay, so how did they steal from you if everybody who had a booth paid you at the door?
No, because let me tell you how the club stole from me, or attempted to steal from me. So, like I was explaining before you was, whatever you're doing. So at the end of the day,
whatever.
all of the actual booths in the landscape was for me. I told the club, yeah, y'all only got like 9 sections. I'm gonna need more than that, so I'm gonna split some of these booths up. She said, hey, I split the booths up all the time. You can do what you want to do. I did that. Okay, so all the booths were supposed to be mine. So 100% of the booth money was supposed to be mine, and the club would get the liquor money. Now, all the door would be mine as well, too. So as an event promoter, I'm moving around, going around the club. I'm just one person, people looking for me and stuff like that. I'm doing other things and stuff like that. So I come back to the club door. I'm like, well, one of the patrons at the door was like, yeah, I just bought a booth. I'm like, from where? From who? She like, from that girl right there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, are you playing around with me so I can put you in the section? Like, just be honest with me. Tell me what's going on right now so I can go ahead and get, just figure out. Because I don't mind putting you in, somewhere, y'all can sit down at. But she's like, no. They just swiped my card for $100 for a booth. And the booth that she was talking about was, she said that, the club's getting ready to clear out a section. They getting some security guards to clear out a section. I'm like, why would they get security guard to clear out a section of my booth? I'm like, where's the money at? So I'm like, bring me to the girl. So she brings me to a girl with some like Shirley Temple curls, light skin kind of girl, kind of brown skin girl with glasses. I'm like, hey, what's up? You just swiped my people's card for $100 for a booth? She was like, yeah, I did. I'm like, why would you do that? The booth money's supposed to be for me. She was like, I'm just doing what my bar manager told me to do. I'm like, why would you? I mean, like, I didn't even get to the fact of is that if she knows about the booths and club, I don't know if she knows about club business. She's just a waitress. So I don't know if she knows the details of that the promoter gets to keep the booth money and the club keeps the bottle money. So I don't know if she knew that or not, but she was just doing what she was told. So I said, bring the bar manager to me. Let me talk to her. Let me see what she's talking about. So I addressed her. I said, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Because I really don't even I really don't even like addressing females. I deal with confrontational situations with men because
you rather talk to men.
Yeah, because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm threatening them or I'm passionate about, like, me and you, we talking back and forth. Yeah, we yelling. We know it's not you don't feel threatened. I don't feel threatened. But some people, when men are talking to women, they feel threatened. So I don't like really talking to women because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to talk to them or they feel uncomfortable because of what somebody else has done. But anyway. So I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I'm like, you swiped the card for $100, and the $100 they swiped the card for was a booth without a bottle. So they swiped the card for $100 because you asking who buys a booth without a bottle? The people that your people stole the money from did. That booth was $100 for them to stand up in. So I said, why would you swipe the card for $100? Well, we were looking for you and we couldn't get into that. I said, ma'am, you've been looking for me. I seen this waitress all night long. I'm in the building. Why would you not give me the $100? You swiped her card, but why didn't you send the waitress back with $100? Say, take this to the door. Give this to the club. She didn't even say to me like, yo, I was looking for you. Oh yeah, I was gonna give you that money back. It was just a simple like, well, what do you want me to do? You got 2 booths left. You didn't. All the booths weren't sold. What do you expect us to do? I expect you to contact the promoter and tell the promoter, hey, someone's interested in selling a booth. Because I could have wanted to sell that booth for $200. It's my club night. So I could have wanted to choose the price I wanted to. So they overstepped their boundaries by selling something that they weren't supposed to sell. And they weren't giving me my money. And if I didn't say nothing, I felt as if they were going to take that. And I caught it. So if I'm not catching nothing, if I didn't catch the other stuff, it's like, well, what else were y'all doing? So it's like, and then it took forever. Hold on, it took forever for someone to give my money back. It's like if you lose some money in someone's car, and be like, yo, where my money at? And then you be like, I searched everybody. You be like, well, I was gonna give you the bread back. It's like you didn't even see. You like, well, it fell out your pockets. It's like, no, a hurt dog will holler. So when I asked her and approached about it, she was on some stuff like, well, what you expect me to do? There's some empty sections in here. Da 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 da. I mean, well, yeah. I'm like, I expected you to come to me and bring me the money at the very least. I expected you to take your employee and tell her to give me my money back after you, and then come get me, because you shouldn't sell a booth without someone's permission. It's like me having something at your trap house. It's something at your trap house, and they be like, yo, I went and broke down this joint for you. It's like, bro, I didn't want you to break it down to a half a joint. I want you to keep it as a whole joint. I don't want to sell it for $13.5. I want to sell it for $17.9. So like they had no authority to sell my booth and to keep my money and to swipe the card. So everything was good. And because I asked her and the other guy on several occasions, y'all good? Everything all right? Yeah, everything's fine. But then all of a sudden, after I confront them about where is the money at, it started to be a problem at the end of the night. Like, oh, yeah, this. You know, your people's this. And when you talking to people of color, you got to be careful of using those words. Because like when certain nationalities say your people's, they saying it, especially in a confrontational moment, yo, dude, your people is like, hold on, what you mean my people? My people of color or my people is the club night? Because it's a bunch of black people in the night. This ain't no mixed crowd. It's like
but
one.
If I'm not mistaken, everybody that worked at Venom the other night, because I came as a customer, everybody that worked there was black other than the manager.
That's who I'm having an issue with. A lot of white people and people who don't like black people and hire black people. I may not like white people, but I have a white person do my taxes. I may not like black people. I have a black man cut my yard. I may not like Mexicans, but I have a Mexican guy cater to my taco stand.
So let me ask you something. Do you throw events at other clubs frequently?
I throw events. I throw events sparingly. I don't throw events a lot anymore because of stuff that happens at events.
But no, at clubs.
Yes, at clubs.
Before I get to my next point.
Yes,
okay,
I do.
So my next point is, I'm a bottle girl from Charlotte. If we have an event with a promoter and we're not sold out, and then somebody comes up to me and say, hey, do you have any sections open? And I say, yes, I have one. They're going to pay me for that section.
And then what you going to do with the money?
The promoter, because I sold it. And I give it to the club and I keep a percentage.
Well, that's how you do it at your club. That's in Charlotte. We talking about in Raleigh. But you wasn't at the you wasn't working at the club that night when I had my event. So whatever you did and experienced, some guys will slap a girl as soon as she call them a name. You can't go by what everybody else do. That ain't what we doing tonight. We talk about what I had going on.
Nightlife works though.
That's the nightlife is like you said, it's up and down. It's no dang it's no book to nightlife. So it's not like a common rule of it. So you can't tell me that every club's the same, because if you're looking at it like that, then you're immature. In nightlife, you think every club do this. No, every club doesn't take $15 out of your $100 ones. Some clubs do, some clubs don't. That's why little buddy had a problem. Say I was playing with his money, because he might not be used to. He might be in the trap all day long. He might not know that when you go to the club and spend $100, you might get 15 ones taken out as a gratuity or as a service fee. You know, so he might not be in the strip clubs all the time, in the after hours, and know that. But at the end of the day, I do appreciate your call. You know, I do appreciate you calling in, and I respect I respect you. You know, giving your opinion, because everybody's not going to come to me and say that. And I am rude to certain people. And I do apologize to you if you felt like I was being rude to you, but I'm very busy. And sometimes when 100 people, have you ever threw an event? Or you just been?
I have, multiple.
How many people showed up at your event?
I've had an event with over 200 people on a Sunday.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Congratulations on that. I'm glad you as a black-owned business, as a female promoter, was able to do that. So you already would know that hundreds of people are calling you. Hey, yo, what's up, KINGPEN? Da, 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 da. You would know what I'm going through. So you should understand when someone's saying he might have been in his bag for a few moments and couldn't really be focused on what I got going on. And whatever I was rude to you about, I apologize to you whether I was right or wrong, because I don't want nobody coming to my events feeling like they didn't have a good time or I was rude as a host. I don't want people to see that side of me, but I am rude. I am very stern and I'm very strict. I'm on the radio, but I don't play the radio. So if you might have been wanting to talk to me at a time I wasn't available and didn't understand it, then I apologize to you. But what I'm not going to apologize for is the fact that I had a deal with the club and that I was supposed to get 100% of the money from the booths and all the money was supposed to come to me. So that what the problem was. And I do apologize to all the people out there who was late on their bottles and stuff like that because, you know, I don't know when y'all want them. So when y'all wanted the bottle, I paid for the bottles on the hand. And sometimes the waitress would be able to get the bottle right there in 3 minutes. And sometimes it would take 10 minutes because there's other people who want the bottle. Some people had 2 sections. Some people paid $4.50 for a section and then another smaller section with no bottle. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So people were... No, a lot of people wanted stuff at one time, and the club was understaffed with waitresses for 200 some people, 300 people, 150 people. They were understaffed. It was like 3 or 4 waitresses. I mean, 3 or 4 bartenders, and you got a line of people at the bar. So people waited 30 and 45 minutes to get their drinks and stuff like that. But you know, I have issue with not that because I didn't know. They don't know my parties. They don't know who to expect. They don't know, as they said, my people. You know what I'm saying? So what I did have to take issue was with the fact that I felt like, and I understood, because this is not allegations, these are facts, but I'm saying allegedly because I know how people like to play. But allegedly, and I should have received 100% of that money. That's a fact. That's not allegedly. I should have received 100% of that money. And when that booth was sold, I should have got the $100, and I should have said, hey, the waitress sold this section, here go 40 for you. I should have had the discrepancy to say what I wanted to pay to them people or not. That was my money. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't approve of nobody swiping no cards. I didn't want the club handling my money at any capacity. And they should not have been handling that stuff at any capacity. And at the end of the night, I felt like everything was going good. You didn't have a problem with my people, you know what I'm saying, when they would spend that money at your bar. But you had a problem with my people, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So you're right. I did try to bring downtown Raleigh to our people from Southside Raleigh or Raleigh in general to downtown. Yes, to give them experience because I wanted my kids to be in Disney World. I don't want my kids to experience the better things in life. I don't want me to be stuck in one side of the club. Oh, I can only go to New Bern Avenue. No, you're a black person, go anywhere. Sometimes people know how to act. Sometimes people do not know how to act. But I want people to have the opportunity to not be discriminated upon and say, just because I like to throw my fingers up because this gang or this organization or this record label is what I'm throwing up that saved my life or these are my brothers. I take issue with people saying, you know, I don't like with that and third, but I don't mind when they spending their money. You don't like my black earned dollar when it's when it's a situation, but it's okay when I'm spending at your bar. That's not what we're going to do, though. We're going to say, you know what? I was wrong. I should have did that. People don't accept accountability. And that's what I'm here to do today is accept accountability and also dish out accountability. And they did, I told them what was going on. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm finna do. Y'all shouldn't have took that money. If you stole from me on a small capacity, it's not about the amount. It's about the principle. What else did I not catch? If I catch you with your hands in the cookie jar and you're getting crumbs out, you're going to get sentenced like you took the whole jar. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they should have took no money from my kids. That was for my kids, my family, my team. And if it happened to you and you had a deal with the club and the club said you going to get 100% of the booths and all that money like that, and then they sold it to you and it wasn't your homegirl who worked there, you might be feeling how I feel, okay? But you're not. So you have So
it was no understanding of bottle girls can sell sections on their own.
That should have been discussed to me when we had the first deal. Everything was not discussed to me about no bottle girls selling no sections. And it was only 2 sections left. It was not like it was an empty club with empty sections. Let me tell you one thing about the club in Raleigh. Black people are gonna jump in a section if there ain't no ropes in it. They're gonna jump in there. You got to put them out. Ain't no way in God's green earth, whether your knees is hurting bad as a 40-year-old man, you're gonna put yourself in a section if it's available and somebody got to put you out. So ain't no way that you lose.
Section sold. It was only 5 sections sold though.
How would you know 5 sections are sold? Because I'm the one selling the sections. How would you know?
Exactly.
Then I appreciate you. Right. That don't matter. Everybody didn't. Everybody didn't want to buy a section. Everybody did not want to buy a section to drink, shorty. I'm saying everybody did not want to buy a section to drink. So you looking at 5 bottles went out. 5 bottles went out.
I hope you get your $100 back.
I did get it back. I got it back. I got it back, and that's why I'm not saying
discussion. Exactly.
I got it back. So that's what I said.
I hope you have a great evening, my love.
All right, girl. I love you too, man. God bless you in the name of Jesus, honey. Holy Christ. God, Lord, in the name of God. That's what we do, man. Y'all just seen it live, man. We had to handle it like it needs to be handled, man. You know, people just be saying certain things and doing another. You know what I'm saying? I hate when that happens and stuff like that. But I'm all about, you know, and I got to hurry up and get on this radio show because some artists didn't get a chance to perform. And now some people might not be able to talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have issues all over the city because I'm not letting people come in and talk. But I did want to handle that call. I was waiting for it. I knew that because I invited the club to call and say, hey, if y'all got an issue, call in. And she's now, my homegirl calling. I'm on home. Man, you work at that dang club. You at the club right now. I can hear the people in the back, girl. Stop playing with me. You work at the club. The club sent you out there like a crash dummy to call in because you confrontational and you want to goddamn handle some business for the club and get you extra $10 a night. They gonna hope they make you a drink. But anyway, man, that's what my main issue is with the club is that I had an understanding with them that I was supposed to be the only one selling booths. And she had a problem with saying, who go to the club and buy booths without buying a bottle? My peoples did, and y'all stole $100 from me, and I had to go get it myself. I had to go back and get my bread. If I got to come get my bread from you, that means you tried to finesse me. If I got to come approach you and ask you where my money at, why would you do that? That means you're stealing from me. That's a big difference from forgetting to pay somebody and then taking it. They took the money and sold something, and it's still their club. So I can't really, but we had a business agreement that all the booths would be my control. And it was no discussion about when the bottles, the bottle chart had to be filled out. People came to the club and wanted to switch up bottles anyway. They was like, I want to be in this section right here. I held certain sections for people because they wanted to have sections at the end of the night. And I knew they didn't want to stand up. So I held like 2 or 3 sections at the end of the week because I knew certain people didn't get paid to certain times and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that certain people, was doing that type of stuff. God dang. I knew that certain people was doing that. Like, so I was like, let me just save a couple sections real quick because certain people gonna pull up at the end of the night. I want them to have a section. People seem very, serious about inquiring about this section. So I'm gonna save a couple sections at the end of the night. But the club tried to use that as an experience, an opportunity to sell them. And I don't agree with the girl. And she said that, hey, just because we do this in Charlotte, this is what we're doing in Raleigh. That's not true. That's not facts. I don't believe that she was right in any capacity to sell that bottle. And that was wrong. However you cook it, it was wrong. It was stealing. They attempted to steal from me. And if I didn't catch it, that club was not going to come back to me and say, hey, here goes that money for the booth that we sold and didn't give you none of the money of. That's not how business goes the way that we discussed. So that's how that happened. Boy, y'all got me hot sometimes, but I love being in certain moments we can come to a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she won't have a baby daddy trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? Hope she won't have a brother trying to shoot at me and stuff like that. But, sometimes people have heated arguments. And as I expressed to the lady at the club, I don't like doing certain business with women because if things go south, I'm going to ask you about that. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you're a Christian or a Buddhist, hey, what's up with that money? And the tone I might ask you in it might be a little bit, different.